Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. If you're interested in South African politics and the dramatic twist shaking the ruling party to its core, then this is the video for you. Today, we are unpacking a bombshell revelation that could reshape the way we view the ANC's decline, and it's coming from one of their own. In a stunning moment of candor, ANC Deputy Secretary General Nomvula Mokonyane has admitted what many political analysts, commentators, and even some inside Luthuli House have whispered for months, if not years, that the ANC should have dealt with former President Jacob Zuma long ago. Speaking at a political dialogue in Johannesburg, Mokonyane said something few senior ANC officials have had the courage to utter publicly, that Zuma, once the face of the liberation movement, should have been removed decisively before his defiance and breakaway politics crippled the party's support base in the 2024 general elections. Her exact words: "We were too cautious. We thought we could manage the situation internally, but we underestimated the damage. The ANC should have wiped Zuma off our political landscape before he became a liability." Let that sink in. This isn't just a passing remark. It's a full-blown admission of strategic failure at the highest levels of the ANC. And it speaks volumes about the current state of the ruling party, battered, divided, and scrambling for direction after losing its outright majority in parliament for the first time since 1994. Now, to understand the weight of Mokonyane's statement, we need to look at what Zuma has done to the ANC over the past few years. After falling out with the leadership of President Cyril Ramaphosa and facing mounting pressure due to findings from the Zondo Commission, Zuma didn't just retire quietly. Instead, he launched a new political vehicle, the uMkhonto weSizwe party, named after the ANC's once military wing but with no official affiliation to the party. The MK party quickly became a magnet for ANC loyalists disillusioned with Ramaphosa's leadership, especially in KwaZulu-Natal, Zuma's stronghold. Riding on a wave of populist sentiment, anti-establishment rhetoric, and resentment over Ramaphosa's cautious governance style, Zuma successfully split the vote, pulling a significant chunk of the ANC's traditional base. The result? For the first time in democratic South Africa, the ANC dropped below 50% nationally in a general election. Now, back to Mokonyane. Her confession is more than just political analysis. It's a warning. A cautionary tale of what happens when loyalty to historical leaders overshadows the need for bold, principled leadership. Zuma wasn't just defying party lines, he was actively undermining ANC cohesion while rebuilding his own power base. Mokonyane noted that Zuma's antics, from publicly criticizing the ANC's top brass, to challenging court rulings, and eventually campaigning against the party that once elevated him, rattled the foundation of the ANC. Even as the Zondo Commission laid bare the state capture allegations under Zuma's presidency, and even after he was convicted for contempt of court, the ANC leadership walked on eggshells, fearful of alienating Zuma's vast rural support base. But here's the irony: the very attempt to avoid alienating that base may have doomed the party. By trying to appease Zuma while simultaneously presenting a vision of renewal under Ramaphosa, the ANC ended up doing neither effectively. Political analyst Dr. Linda Molongo put it bluntly: what we see now is a party trying to fix a mess it saw coming but didn't have the will to confront. And make no mistake, this isn't just about Jacob Zuma. It's about the ANC's broader inability to act decisively in moments of crisis. It's about institutional hesitation, about the fear of losing power blinding leadership to the long-term consequences of inaction. Zuma's continued popularity in provinces like KwaZulu-Natal, despite his legal troubles and political fallout, speaks to something deeper. It shows that while the ANC's leadership tried to move forward, large sections of the base were still emotionally attached to Zuma's brand of politics, charismatic, rebellious, and populist. In many ways, Zuma outplayed the ANC at its own game, grassroots mobilization. He tapped into anger, frustration, and nostalgia. While ANC structures were bogged down in bureaucratic renewal plans, Zuma was doing what the ANC once did best, connecting directly with the people. So now, as the ANC attempts to stitch together a government of national unity, it must do so from a weakened position. Zuma's MK party, the EFF, the DA, all smell opportunity. All are waiting to see just how far the ANC is willing to compromise to stay in power. Mokonyane's comments may be an attempt at accountability. But they also raise a bigger question: is the ANC finally ready to clean house? Or will it repeat the same mistakes, avoiding confrontation for the sake of unity, and losing more ground in the process? One thing's for sure, the ANC's post-Zuma era hasn't started yet. Zuma may no longer sit in Luthuli House, but his influence lingers. His defiance broke open a weakness that had been simmering for years, the ANC's struggle to discipline its leaders and define its future. And now, the party faces a difficult road ahead. It must convince millions of disillusioned voters that it has learned from its mistakes. That it can still lead a country facing unemployment, corruption, poor service delivery, and a deepening crisis of trust in politics. Mokonyane's comments may be the beginning of that reckoning. But words alone won't be enough. The ANC must act, restructure, and rebuild, or risk becoming a relic of the liberation era, outflanked by the very forces it once commanded. So, what do you think? Was the ANC too soft on Zuma? Could stronger action years ago have saved the party's electoral dominance? Or has the ANC already passed the point of no return? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this breakdown insightful, be sure to give us a like, subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into South African politics, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next upload. Thanks for watching, and as always, see you next time.